Into the future, past, I'm done with that. But if I need to, then I'm coming back. Yeah, that's a fact.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hold on. Check.
Here's the 12th overall pick in April's draft, Jahmyr Gibbs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
That one let go deep for Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit! Sam Laporta, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Back out there to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, Smith. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return is Williams. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. You talk about this Seahawks defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
2 for 1. Value 1. Value 3. Value 3. What's up?
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Now 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
4 down. Hey, kill.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks here at a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Boy, you go 3 and out on your first drive, and that's not the way you want to start this drive either. Doesn't seem like they're really into it just yet.
No, first 4 plays, you don't want to call it a disaster, but not looking very sharp. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Back to Walker on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. Room here to run. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 75 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now Goff on 1st down. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Sometimes you get a place to go and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we're going to have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And they'll accept that penalty.
Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. It's at the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
$21-0 our score after one. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete.
Point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Geno. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. On second down, here's Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
From the 50, it's Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 48.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Jared Goff with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Williams to return. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
2nd down and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offensive coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit! 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Lions open the lead up to 34-0. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Smith now to throw. He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And a short gain here down to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 21, here's a 2nd down and 9. Now the former Bear, this is David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Now a 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Goff. This to Laporta, right side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Value 3, go.
To throw is Goff. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that one will fall incomplete. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Patterson now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressive. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
50 yards. First down, Seattle.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Walker once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Dancing to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Montgomery with a good game there, and he broke 800 yards for the Bears' NFL best ground game last season. Divisional rival Detroit took notice and brought him in to boost their growing offense.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This 2nd and 4.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I don't care what the emphasis is. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Rolling to his left. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for. Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. A give. This is Montgomery. He can't get him down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
Ready.
pass on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
On the ball, now. Let's go.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point try now for Patterson. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 49, Seahawks nothing.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
To about the 40-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. A run here on 1st down with Reynolds. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through,
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Lions will take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you can hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for the Lions, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.